Now, for more insight on this story, I want to go now to Dr. Simon Tzipis, a political science and international relations expert. He's joining us from Netanya in Israel. Thank you for being with us today.
Hello.
So, first, just try to explain to our viewers, to all of us, why is the city of Bakhmut so important for the Ukrainians as it is so important for the Russians?
I would like to point your attention to the similarity between the Mariupol town, which we had a very, very hard fighting exactly a year before in 2022, which had its huge plant called Azovstal. Today we have a very, very hard fighting in Bakhmut, which has also a similar, very, very huge plant called Azum, which these are two highly sophisticated and huge industrial assets from the times of the Soviet Union. Probably Russia wants to get hold on these strategic industrial assets. And the second reason, if you just take a look on a map, you will see that Russia is gradually proceeding and promoting its way not to the west, but to the northeastern direction, which if Russia takes Bakhmut, the way to the city of Kharkov will be open. Let me remind you that Kharkov is one of the biggest cities of Ukraine. Once Russia takes Bakhmut, probably it will continue towards Kharkov. Once it takes the huge city of Kharkov, which is more than 1 million citizens, the way to Kiev will be open for the Russian forces. So in my opinion, Russia is going northeast to take Kharkov, and then the way will be open towards Kiev.
And speaking about the Russian forces, we know they've been attempting to get hold of Bakhmut for a good 9 months now. Why is it that it took the Russians so long to take over the city?
Well, the same reason why it took so long for Russians to take Mariupol, because of this huge plant, which the local citizens called town within the town. Because, for example, the Azovstal of Mariupol is so huge that you can resemble it to small towns in Ukraine or even in such countries as Russia. The territory is huge. It's like more than 50 square kilometers. Only one plant. Now, last year we saw a very, very hard fighting. Almost half a year it took for the Russians to take Azovstal in Mariupol. Now we have almost 9 months for the Russians to take the Azom plant in Bakhmut. One of the reasons because these two strategic industrial assets are very, very highly defended during the Soviet Union against any attacks, including nuclear weapon attacks. So for the Ukrainian forces, it's much easier to hold on inside these industrial assets. And this is one of the reasons why for the Russians, it's so hard to occupy these territories.
And Doctor, can you tell us whether the West actually sees eye to eye with Ukraine about the importance of the city? Should the West contribute to so many resources to protecting Bakhmut?
Well, in my opinion, there is not everybody in the United States, including some of the persons in the military-industrial complex in the United States, see in one eye what is going on in Ukraine, including the society of the United States. Not all the taxpayers agree with the current administration of President Biden that the United States should invest so much effort, including financial, in the war between Ukraine and Russia. Well, it does not answer all the strategic interests of United States on the other corner of the globe. It's more important for the European Union other than for United States. So if United States involves itself deeper and deeper in this conflict, what is the next step? Are United States of America will send its own soldiers, boots on the ground, to Ukrainian theater of warfare, or it will only support the NATO forces, which eventually will have to send its own soldiers to Ukraine? What is the importance of the war between Ukraine and Russia for the United States strategic interests? It's more important for the European strategic interest. So we are speaking about protecting Europe, either than protecting Ukraine, in my point of view.
Yes, regardless of your view, a tragic situation to the citizens there from all sides. Dr. Simon Tsispis, political science and international relations expert, we thank you for your insight.